Yo, what is up, everybody? Hope you are doing great and having a wonderful Monday afternoon. It's Monday, the February 3rd. Now, really quick, having some camera issues. So there's things probably going to be going in and out the whole fucking time. No clue what's going on with it, but it's got a bug today, a bug up its ass. So it's creating one in mine, but we'll figure it out. We'll get to it. Don't you worry. Let's see. I probably want to do that. Not plugged in, not working. All right. Anyway, a little dark, but we're gonna be a-okay. Hope you guys been doing all right. I missed you. I missed all my friends. Obviously took the last several days of last week off. We are back, baby. We are refocusing. We're gonna put a lot of effort into the afternoon show. We'll get into it in the breakfast chat if you guys want. You see, look, camera went out already. But you know, for now, let's just keep pushing forward. I appreciate you guys being here. Smash the like button on your way in. If you are watching on X. All right, so we're smashing like buttons on X, and I think that we should, you know, give a elbow to the heart on X. Shot to the heart, you're to blame. Happy Monday. Let's go. Carrie, my guy in the house, Mike Vollmer, who got the gold medal today. DJ Brian, my dude. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get it. Let's look at the market. I know, like, shit, did it take a dump today? My goodness, a lot of people were nervous. I didn't even notice most of it, and then when I was paying attention, I said, let this thing just do its thing. This has got to be a liquidation flush. It's got to be a little shakeout before we break out, baby. You know what that means. It's been long overdue, so this is like the move before the move. I feel like it's got to be right before we take our next leg up. A lot of coins looking to make the next stage. So we'll get to that. We'll look at the markets in just a second. And then we'll look at a couple news stories. Got a couple, just tree. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of them that we'll look at. And then we'll look at some more charts over on TradingView and then Dextools. So if you got any coins you want to see me look at, if there's anything that, you know, that's popping in or that we need to be looking at, let me know. Make me aware. Let's get in on the next 100X. All right. Let's bring it up. Present share screen. What do we want? We want coin market cap. That's what we want. Going into market, guys. Smash the like button. Do the things that you got to do. Remember, smash the like button. Elbow the heart if you're on X. All right, let's go to the right screen here. This is what we want. Is that what we want? No. I think we could probably go with this. That'll be fine. Let's go with this one here. We've got coin market cap, baby. At this point, the entire ecosystem is up 1.5%, but we all know with like earlier predictions were, or not predictions, but earlier numbers were like 2.2 billion, I believe. And according to the CEO of, where's my other article here? Oh shit, we're missing one. So I did tweet it. So let me bring up X. We'll just use that because it was in that. But the CEO of Bybit, I believe it was. Give me 1 second while I pull this up just to make sure I got the right information. Yeah, the CEO of Bybit estimates that it was between 8 and 10 billion in the last day alone liquidated from the crypto markets. So a lot of people hurting. If you were leverage trading, I have not been. I've been out of the market. I have been paying attention to some other things, doing some other things, hanging out with the family over the weekend, baby. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I certainly did too. This is a big week. Super excited. It is, great time for that to go out. Well, let's just go through some numbers and then we'll talk about some of that stuff when the camera comes back in. Bitcoin 101, baby. We took back 100,000. We are a little bit over it. Love to see that. Ethereum 2,700. That is still down 7.82%. So Ethereum not making the same recovery as Bitcoin is, who is up 3.68% on the last day. All things considered, dumpskis and everything. That's what it's showing now. Tomorrow things are going to look different on the charts based on the times 24 hours from where we saw the dips. So just remember that. XRP coming in at 267, Solana 211. You got Cardano at 78 cents. Almost went the thing where you switch the words around. Dyslexic. Avalanche 27.60. Man, I used to love those $54 days on AVAX. Long gone right now, but we'll see. Sweet, 357. I heard that thing took a major dip into like the twos. I hope that some of y'all got in on that. I know in our Web3 breakfast chat group that some of the people got in on some nice little dipskis on some of the coins, bought some of the tokens on sale. Congratulations to anybody who participated in the dip. As you know, that's when the opportunities come along, especially right now. And that was a fucking huge one. We can take a look at, and when we look at the charts, we'll take a look at some of these even more, but ones that I know that we won't touch on the charts that we can take a look at. Whatever. Let's see what's still down. What's still down right now? Dog with hat, 86 cents for dog with hat. That's insanity. That thing is just getting pummeled. And I know, remember, market is down, but this thing is getting absolutely just hammered. What did this thing go down to? The bottom was down here. That was 68 cents. Holy smokes. I hope, again, that's just a massive opportunity right there. That's going to be a big runner, down to $859 million market cap, down 11%. On the day. You got dog whiff. I'm telling you, man, we've been talking about this one for a while now. We all know that this is going to be a runner. It's at number 85 right now. Market is good as coming up at some point. Now, I know the Memecoin ecosystem's a little saturated, so maybe some people are like, bro, that's a stupid thing to say. But I'm pretty sure that that's where that thing's going. Let's see. Start cam. Are we in? We live? Let's go. Whatever. Okay. Well, it'll just keep doing its thing. I'm not really sure what is happening. Apologize for that. But it is what it is, my friends. Appreciate you guys being here, though. Go ahead and do the smash into the like, elbowing over the heart. Man, I feel this is like a radio show. This is kind of fun. You can hear sound and sound effects, but you can't see me. So that's kind of fun. All right. Let's move it back on over to where we can look at some of the losers again. Arweave, I'm not into it. Lido, nah. Official Trump, I never got into it. Down to 1850. Holy shit. $4.1 billion in volume. Market cap down to 3.6 billion. Damn. That thing took a nosedive. Holy shit. Down 32% in the last week. I know a lot of things are down. We'll see what else is down about that range on the week. But I'll tell you what, not looking good. Not looking good. What was that slapping sound? That was an elbow on the old Palmsky. Well, you'll never know, right? That's the beauty of a radio show. Ha ha ha. That's very funny, Kerry. Let's see, what else do we got here? And really nothing. Pith down to 21 cents. I know that thing took like a major freaking dip today. Let's go. Where did this thing come all the way down to? 17 cents. Woohoo. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That was a dip right there. If you picked up some pith at the 17-cent range, whoo-wee boy. I think anywhere under 20 cents today was a great opportunity. Still at 21 cents. But I tell you what, it has been one of the most underperforming coins of this entire bull run that we all have high expectations for. And so you just know, like, the ones that don't rip, like, it's going to go, obviously, at some point. But the ones that don't rip tend to move pretty quick. So make sure you are ready for when it happens if you've got yourself an exit strategy. Unless you're like a diamond hander for life. But if you're ready to, like, take your stack and, flip it for something, just be ready for when it happens. That's all. All right. What is this was? Let's go to the losers on the week. Official Melania meme down 44%, down to $1.47. That has got to just be sad. Sad. At least she's doing worse than Trumpy is. But not by much. You got Pudgy Penguins coin down to down under 1.5 cents. I'll tell you what, that's looking like a pretty juicy spot to pick that coin up, I think. I think 3 cents is probably a good baseline for that. And so, I mean, you're going to at least double your money back to 3 cents. And so I might throw some soul in there just to over the next, just to see how it performs, right? It may not perform as well as Sol does, but it may perform better, you know? Kerry did the Sonic migration last night, and Doom drank a Fanta once. I love our crew. I love you guys. That's so much fun. Virtual's Protocol. Love to see that thing down 31%. We got in that one, me and another guy in our community, I think at the 250 range. 250 range down to $1.51. Definitely way down lower than that today. Where did this thing go to? Kapowski, $1.13. I saw that like earlier this morning. I was like, God damn. I was like, well, it'll come back. I know it will, but it just sucks when you go to look at your portfolio, which I haven't done. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it. Okay, we're back. I like that. Put it on stealth mode and show you guys. 31%, 23 Solana, 13% XRP, 12% USD. Oh, sorry, you can't see because the camera doesn't work. That's wild to me. It is what it is. All right, let's go to our first article. No beating around the bush, seeing as how we can't joke on cam. We can still remember though. We can still talk like it's a podcast or a radio show, and I do appreciate you guys being here for this. Again, if you are just tuning in, camera totally unfunctional at this point, and not exactly certain what is happening. But all right, let's take it to our first article. We are looking at this one today. President Trump tariffs trigger historic crypto liquidations. Bybit CEO warns it's a lot more than reported. And again, earlier, like I was saying, I had seen numbers on Twitter that were like 2.2 billion, and then when I had seen some other articles as they came out throughout the day, like that 8 to 10 billion is probably I mean, it's definitely a lot larger number, probably more accurate, especially with the amount of institution money that's playing in the game. But I'm hopeful that if anything, people sold coins. If you got out, you were in the profit. You didn't sell for a loss and have a bad rap with crypto. If you sold and took some profits and then maybe bought back in the dipski, who knows? But at the end of the day, don't capitulate now. Ladies and gentlemen of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, your medium WWF champion of the world, Jake the Crypto Snake. I definitely said that wrong. You said Jake the Snake Crypto. Jake the Snake smoked a lot of crack in the 80s. Yeah. So it's funny. You talk about Jake the Snake. When I just really liked the, let's see, I'll just stop that. We'll just do that instead. I had liked the autobiography on Randy Macho Man Savage, right? It was like that same kind of thing. Like, dude was a fucking animal. And like when he developed that character, like that's who he became. He became that for life. Like that didn't go away. And so, I mean, that's like probably what a lot of cocaine and steroids will do to you, right? Like it'll just like whack you up and then a couple smacks to the head and those guys. Whew. Anyway, shout out. That has nothing to do with you, Jake the Crypto Snake. I assume that's to do with our wrestler friends. But what's up, my friends? How we doing? Yes, that autobot was amazing. All right. Talks on tariffs on U.S. trade partners triggered a sharp downturn in digital assets, as we all know. But it was, bullshit that you could probably just blame it on the tariffs because, like, at the end of the day, like Mexico called Trump today, and there's like a delay on all that for what, a couple months or whatever it's going to be. We can find that article. Let's find that article. Mexico tariffs. Trump agrees to pause tariffs on Mexico, but import taxes still in place for Canada and China. U.S. President Donald Trump held off Monday on his tariff threats against Mexico for 1 month for further negotiations after Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum agreed to send 10,000 members of her country's National Guard to the border to address drug trafficking. Damn. There we go. Hey, turn a problem into something that could hopefully be a solution for something. There we go. Trump's tariffs against Canada and China were still slated to go into effect Tuesday, but uncertainty remained about the durability of any deals and whether tariffs were a hairbanger of a broader trade war, as Trump has promised more important taxes to come. Doof. We need those avocados and big booty Latinas, says Zach. I agree with you, sir. I absolutely agree with you. I support your I support all of our love for avocados, as well as anybody who supports the big booty Latina community. So whatever that means. Okay. All right. Back to the crypto. Let's get out of this for now. We go back to our article here on the Daily Hodl. According to crypto data aggregator CoinGlass, over 2.27 billion was liquidated mostly by traders trying to leverage both long positions of Bitcoin and definitely some of their other favorite altcoins. We all do it. Or have done it. However, according to Bybit CEO Ben Zhu, the real amount of liquidations was likely up to 4 times higher. Like I said earlier, 8 to 10 billion. So right here is that quote. I'm afraid that today's real total liquidation is a lot more than 2 billion. My estimation, it should be at least around 8 to 10 billion. For your information, Bybit 2-hour liquidation alone was 2.1 billion. So spilling them beans, boy. I mean, as you can see, Bybit 24 liquidations recorded on CoinGlass was around 333 million. However, not all the liquidations. Okay. All right. Well, man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. What do you think about 8 to 10 billion dollars liquidated in the last 24 hours? Now, however, we do know that there's a lot of institutional money in this ecosystem. We don't feel that a lot of the retail is here quite yet, right? Think about if you're watching this show or if you're listening now at this point, and you've got family, maybe like one or two other family members in crypto, but most of the other people don't get it, don't want to know about it. And this is assuming you've got older families that's not living under the same roof, right? Like, I've got, siblings in different parts of the country, and my mom's living in another, what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's kind of living their own little life here. And some people are interested. Some people have dabbled. My mother has definitely gotten into crypto, and some people are like totally skeptical of it. And and I feel like until, we really get into that next level. And this is probably something that I've taken from most of the people that, would visit the morning show, was that, until the banks are offering crypto, until you can go to your bank and get crypto, that mass adoption truly isn't here, that we're still in those early processes of it. And so, I know the banks are working on that stuff. And so like, we're almost there, but we're not there yet. That said, this institutionally funded bull run probably has a lot to do with some of these liquidations. I would assume this is not just all people, unless it's buffering. Well, you know what? I turned it off. Let me see if it's working. I turned it off in case it was gonna like help it. Let's see. How do I start the cam again? Yeah, see, it's still like Shotsky. Let's go configure camera hub. Yeah, it just says connected device. So no clue. You may get it in a second. I just replugged it in. Yeah, it's like, oh, there you go. Hey, welcome back, baby. Hope you're doing all right. It's always the afternoon show too. I know, dude. I don't get it. It's like, what's happening? Is it like when maybe because all the kids? Well, there's no kids. This is an industrial area. I don't know. No clue. It's all the same gear. This is all the same stuff. And it's that the audio was, I think there was like some kind of update that happened because the Bluetooth connection with the spaces, the road, and the phone, there's never an issue anymore. It's like it was always one click. So, that was, thank goodness that issue was solved. But all right, let's move on to our next article here. Numero dos. This one is about our friends MicroStrategy. Come on, get that down there. MicroStrategy ends a Bitcoin purchase streak after dozen weeks. So we went 12 weeks. 12 weeks. It's out again. 12 weeks of consecutive Bitcoin purchases. The string back to late October. Let's see. The purchases had coincided with a record-breaking rally in the digital currency that had been driven in part by Donald Trump's embrace of digital assets and the subsequent industry-friendly agenda in the first weeks of his second presidential administration. Let's see. In that period, they bought $20 billion of Bitcoin. Whew, shit, bringing it up to 44.7 billion, or more than 2% of all the tokens that will ever be minted. Throwing out some industry slang. Man, my goodness. 44 billion. Good for you, Sailor. The Tyson's Corner, Virginia-based enterprise software company turned leverage Bitcoin proxy led by Michael Saylor. That's a strange way to talk about a company, in my opinion. They've been selling a shitload of their own stock to make that happen, to fund those Bitcoin purchases. So as long as their shareholders love the transfer from stocks to Bitcoin, good for them. I mean, he's getting out of one ecosystem into the other. I don't know how much money he's got left or what the total allocation is. That's probably something we could do a dive on. Or if y'all know in the chat, you can let me know what allocation of the company's stock is he allowed to allocate into Bitcoin. If you guys know, we can probably even look that up. Let's see here. Aiming to channel MicroStrategy money into buying more Bitcoin. Oh, come on, Forbes, give me a break. Literally, it's getting like blasted with ads. Come on, get off. It's like freezing the. All right. This is like a difficult website to work with. I mean, my goodness, look at this. You got all these. See, I'm just going to take my camera off because it just looks silly. And if it comes back, I will let you know. Stupid, though. This is not working. All right. See, they plan to raise their share count by an eye-watering 10 billion shares. When did this come out? This is December. Okay, this one is updated. Well, no, it came out December 2024. Okay. So they made 10 billion shares and they're buying Bitcoin. Okay, so this is exactly like basically what I was just saying right here. So with the suggestion to raise its share count by an unheard of 10 billion shares, Saylor and MicroStrategy is aiming to acquire more Bitcoin. Yes, obviously, the strategy is not only broadening the asset base to the business, right? See, instead of going from stocks, but they're also going there, but also a calculated action to increase in its investment in crypto, right? So they're going to have a larger exposure to crypto. So projecting future expansion, the choices to deepen its hold into the erratic Bitcoin market is unmistakably evidence of the company's dedication to Bitcoin as the main component of its corporate plan. So there you go. Michael Saylor taking the chance and making something happen, man. I'll tell you what, turning that into a lot of billions. All right, third and final article here. This is for all my gaming people. I figure I always got to at least do a gaming article for my gaming friends so that they still talk to me, or else they would hate me. So blockchain gaming evolution will take center stage in 2025. Guys, it is here. I know that we've talked to a lot of professionals, and I know that there's a lot of you guys that are experts that know a lot of shit. And we have said that 2028 is really the year that we are looking as kind of a critical year for the gaming sector, as a make it or break it kind of thing. And so Are we really expecting 2025 to be the center stage moment for gaming, or is this just a hype article? I'm not really sure. But I am of the opinion that, you know, some of the people that we've talked to and some of the people in our community who know what the fuck they're talking about as well, that, you know, we've got a little ways to go before we see this happening. But let's take a look at this article. I'm not here to poo-poo anything. Just, you know, just having a conversation amongst friends. That's all. As players demand engaging experiences over speculative income, a shift towards quality projects marks a potential turning point for Web3 gaming. Absolutely. Absolutely. As 2024 comes to an end, it's already over. The Web3 gaming industry is still at a crossroads, often touted as the future of gaming with promises of true freedom for players. It has also become a graveyard for ambition. Damn, 75% of projects launched between 2028 and 2023. 75% of projects launched between 2018 and 2023 failed within a year. And as the industry stands on the brink of 2025, hopes are high, but the cracks are hard to ignore. No, I agree with you. And again, like, we can see, what does it say? NFTs eventually chose to abandon the Web3 model altogether. This is Take Dimensionals. Alluvium. I mean, no, you're not hearing about any of this shit anymore. Like, unless you're like tied up in that community, unless you're part of it, you just don't hear about any of this stuff. I got out of IMX too, Jake. It's just it's just not moving right now. And I think, again, like, thinking about where, like, is somebody who like knew a little bit about it, like, you know, where were the big announcements? Where were the big pressers? Where were this, like, I mean, they were touting this 200 some game releases in 2024. Well, what the fuck? Why didn't we cover any of that shit? Like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was a dud. And if everything's been pushed back this year because it's the bear market. I mean, we saw some games roll out. And so if you were ready then, you should have been out already, unless you're trying to capitalize on a money grab in which you probably have no intention of building a game. And I'm not saying that anybody is or isn't, but just from experience in this industry, like, that's kind of how it goes. Sold on my IMX for Crow. Jake, I'm sure you're probably feeling pretty good, because didn't Crow pump? We can take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. I want to take a look at Crow for my guy Jake, the crypto snake. Crow knows. My dude, Chronos coming in at number 40, 11 cents. Look at the all-time chart here. What does this show us? Whew. Let's go, man. Let's see if we get you to a pump up to 80 cents. We'll have to take a look at IMX and see, man. This thing was, man, I tell you what, like, I was so excited when it ripped, because we got it early. I remember 74K got us in IMX super early, and this thing freaking charged up to like 350 or some crazy number, and then it just died on us, man. It was no bueno. I get that, you know, that's crypto, but all right. So we'll pull up. We got Crow. Let me duplicate this tab with this one. We are gonna pull up IMX. All right. So let's see. In a quick glance, did Jake the crypto snack make the right decision? Now, it all depends on what he bought at, but just based on a chart, I would say, here is the Crow chart of all time. And then we got to get over here to the immutable chart of all time. Whew, man. I like green charts versus red charts. I will tell you that. And I know there's a lot of differences in everything. But I would say hopefully, oh yeah, Crow has been very good to me. Great. As you can see, don't feel bad that you got out of IMX. It has been just in a tail dive a nosedive. I think that's what the term is, a nosedive. Since March of 2024. Yeah, so see that 352. So I'll tell you, I remember that shit. I should have sold then. I probably sold in the dollar something, man. I'll tell you what. But we got it. We got it down here in the bottoms. Thanks to 74K. He pointed that one out. I think it was sometime in late 2023, September, something like that. We got it cheap. But we could have got more bang for the buck. But it is what it is. Crow treating you better, and that's all that matters. Love to see that. All right. Where the heck were we? We were on a gaming story. That's what we were on. All right. So I'll tell you what, I think at the end of the day, I'll just keep the remote here. We'll do like a nice little full screen while we talk about gaming. I would think, hopefully this attracts some people to the stream and they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Is this a gaming stream? No, we're talking about crypto, right? And we're talking about speculation of what's going to happen with some prices in crypto. And I think that, and how it relates to the games and the release and the activity and all that stuff. And so if we put all this stuff together and people that we've talked to and opinions that we trust, I would think that we've got a little bit more time. And that's what I'm going with. And that's why I changed my portfolio. And I'm pretty soon. And again, I'm going to have a short week, a little bit of house cleaning. I know we're about halfway through. Really quick, smash the like button. If you are listening on YouTube and just aggressively with an elbow, hit the heart over on X. But it's going to be a short week. I am here today and tomorrow. And then Wednesday afternoon, I am on a flight to New York City, baby. Super excited about heading to the ONDO Wall Street 2.0 Summit that is going to be happening. And that is just going to be a wild experience. There are just some heavyweights from TradFi and some DeFi and some governmental people that are going to be there. And it is going to be an experience. And, they've been announcing everything as something every week is their plan. Oops, that's not what I'll show you right now. This right here is my ONDO chart. And as you can see, this is what we just did. We'll go over this in just a little bit. This is what we just did to the peak. And then obviously we got to find a great way to where to place this, where it's going to start. But this is... I will let you come up with between now and the charts, you guys get to come up with the ONDO chart mascot. If you could do that for me, we will be right back to this. But I want to bring up, let's see. Originally, we were bringing this tweet up for what reason? Oh, about the Bybit thing. And then I want to bring this up. So ONDO is doing an announcement a day leading up to the event this week. And let's see, here it is right here, ONDO Nexus. And this is amazing. And so we can go through this just really quick. And then I honestly, in perfect transparency, I threw this into my all of this and the announcement and the press and all that stuff. And I put this into my ChatGPT to help me organize things. And I said, you really explain this to me like I'm 5, right? Because sometimes, like when you're listening to a lot of traditional financial things that they do or whatever, it really doesn't make as much sense just being me, just a crypto guy, right? And so I love the answer that I got. So we're going to go through that in a second as well. But for now, I'm going to read just a second. I'm sure actually you guys probably had a chance to read this yourself. And so ONDO Nexus is basically to the effect, and this is kind of a paraphrase of what I learned from my ChatGPT, but it's basically like, and I don't know if this is 100% accurate or whatnot, but so say you've got a piggy bank, and traditionally These are like your treasuries, right? And traditionally, your piggy bank you can't really get into quickly, or you got to smash it, and then whatever, right? You can't just get into it quickly. But kind of what the ONDO Nexus is that it is a digital piggy bank that allows these institutions to take their money at any point, so they feel very safe with it, right? And so it gives them the ability to make sure that they can grab their money, they can put their money in and take it whenever they want. And I get that probably adds to the volatility, but it also, to some extent, will really give us an edge on liquidity as well. So all that being said, that was the announcement today from ONDO Finance, all about ONDO Nexus. So tomorrow there will be another announcement, and then Wednesday as well, and then Thursday is the event. And I'm super excited. This is the week, baby. So I am just here. So that was a long-winded way of saying I am here just today and tomorrow, and then I will be on a flight to New York City on Wednesday afternoon. Probably my flight, I think, departs at 4:30. So there's no way I'm able to do a show, but I'll be doing some content. I'm not going to stream from New York, but I'll be able to create some content. I'll do some man on the street shit, and then hopefully get some sound bites and some clips from some of the important people that are there. That's my whole goal. So that's my plan, baby. So I will definitely be having a really, really good time connecting there at the ONDO Finance Wall Street 2.0. Let's go. New York City, baby. And then I think we want to do like a meetup on Friday. So I think there's going to be a pizza party, something like that. I don't know. We'll have some fun. So let me know. Hit me up if you want to come to that. We got a couple people. I think there's a spot. Either we're talking about going to somewhere in Brooklyn or somewhere in Manhattan. So we'll have it figured out by Friday for sure. All right. I believe that is it for what was this? Okay, so we looked at the Trump tariffs. Let's go on over to all right. It did switch. Okay, cool. All right, so we are on TradingView, and I appreciate you guys for being here. I know my camera ain't working, and it is wild that it is not working. Let me see. Let me bring it back in here, and man, because the light is on the camera, which it wasn't on before. Whatever. I'll bring it back up in case it pops up. But all right, so we are on TradingView. We are on ONDO. This is the daily chart. As you can see, this is the mascot. Did you guys come up with anything? This is the morning. Yep. There we go. All right, so here is the chart. As you can see, market wide, we saw a massive liquidation event today. Again, about 8 to 10 billion. ONDO ripping it down, man. If you caught this thing at 89 cents, good for you. That is amazing. I cannot believe that it went that low. But hey, when it can go that low that quick, guess what it can do? It can go up that quick too, and it's going to happen soon. That's what happens when you play with TradFi. They are here, ladies and gentlemen, and they can make candles like that happen whenever they want. I believe. I have a feeling like they can. And so that was like definitely a liquidation event / recalibration of the market. A lot of money. So I know that some people in our community got in some trades, and good for you. We talked about this in the beginning of the show. I did not. I do feel like now that we've had the liquidation event, it is probably time to get into some trades. So I will reload my trade account. I will I did not, like a bozo, I was saying this in our chat group. I was supposed to unload some Ethereum last week, and I just procrastinated. It didn't do. I didn't like the price. I was like, maybe it'll go up a little. And then today I was like, mother chucker. So we'll have to take a look at that right now. Let's go to ETH. I always go to Phemex just in case. This is where I'm going to be buying and selling. 27.45. Man, I really liked it when it was in the 3,000. The 3,000. Man. Come on. So now I got to hold. And so we'll see. I got some other positions I could probably, like the whole goal of what I was doing was taking profits and buying spot positions, and so I could probably reduce some of those spot positions and throw back into the trade account now that I feel like, we'll look at confirmations and all that stuff over the next couple days and set our charts and set our lines. Everything resets right now, right? Everything's been reset, and so like what I've got to do is go through the list of coins and delete pretty much all of the chart lines that I've made, and we reassess everything. Now this is fresh. We just got a liquidation event. This is all brand new. We can look at liquidations to the upside, but I feel like at this point it is time for us to make our next leg up. So let's move forward with that as kind of what we're really focusing on, and where we really think that, where can we find the best edge? Where can we find the most gains, the biggest ROIs? And, really looking at some of the things that, again, I almost feel like the underperformer, like Pith, right? You look at this chart, it's not as different as some, but it just hasn't performed. And, even when we go back to, let's move this thing up, even when we go up, like, look, we got volume here. Like, let's just, I'm going to use Pith as my baseline. Here we go. There you go. Oop. Like, that to me, it should be something that people are like, well, shit. Like, oh, I missed the gap this morning. Like, I did this dip. Well, what I would think is that why did we pick Pith? Did I just have a stroke? What just happened? Either way, you can see this thing has played a lot of support, and it danced around it right here for this whole time. And so, well, we want to make that a little bit bigger right there. So I would say you've got yourself a pretty good opportunity to get 40%. That seems like that's going to be a no-brainer for that to come back very much to that level in a short period of time. Corey, let me bring your chat up here. Appreciate you being here, brother. I heard someone say earlier that this liquidation event was so bad that we might hear of exchanges going insolvent or something like that. Man, you always hate to hear that. It's one of those things like, damn, that sucks. Not your keys, not your coins. So you always want to make sure that you get your coins off of the exchange. Don't store them there unless you're actively trading. I get that. If you got a couple small positions that you rotate, you do what you got to do. Totally understand that, right? I keep a little bit of a balance on an exchange. I move things around. I'm trading. I'm doing stuff, right? That's why it's there, but it's not everything. Like, so that's the whole goal is like, you've got to calculate your risks, and you got to understand, like, if something were to happen to your exchange and it were to limit withdrawals, if it were to go down, if it were to face like what Corey was saying, where they become insolvent, like you tough luck getting your coins. And so those are things you got to remember. So if you hit a lick and you got some stacks on the exchange, man, pull them off. Don't let them sit there. Yeah, 2.1 billion on Bybit alone, right? And so like the news article that we read, so the headline was 2 billion in crypto was wiped out, within the last day, but the CEO of Bybit said, no, 2.1 just from our exchange. Like, so, you guys are totally fabricating. And so that's why we think that number is somewhere between 8 and 10, which, man, that's wild. That's a lot of cheese, baby. So that's why you want to make sure, unless you're actively leverage trading, don't keep your shit on the exchange if you don't need to. If you don't need to, don't do it. All right, here we go. Let's look at this one, man. We got ourselves into virtual. I don't know where it was, but I'm going to say it was probably like around 256. So let's draw a little line just so that we can always remember where I got in at, and the little change is inconsequential. This was probably what? This was probably around this time. This is when we got in, and it continued to go down. We saw a nice little leg up, but then continue to go down here. I believe this is temporary. And so I do wish, because originally when we had this thing drawn out, we had a zone drawn from a previous what do you call it, Fibonacci, where it was showing us between $2 and $2.50. That was our range, right? And it came down and damn near hit the bottom. You out here, brother? All right, man. I'll see you in the morning. So it damn near came to the bottom. And so I got fucking greedy because I had it at the bottom. And so it never triggered an order. And so it came down another time, real close, but not all the way. And then, since went up, and you can see that, I believe is what those two stories are what I'm talking about here. And then here, right? But then, it went up, and then eventually it went down. And so had I wished that I got in, sub $2 at $2 or less, absolutely. But I still think 256 for where this thing's at and where it's going. It'll be a slam dunk to get those things back. I always hate talking about taking an L's, but we got to talk about taking an L's. Speaking of things you've not taken an L on, you've not taken an L on is H bar. With the exception of people who bought in this range, which I know a lot of people that are in the community that I'm in, and the people in the circles that I'm with, this is what, we do a lot of H bar stuff, whether it's through Karate Combat or just looking at H bar, man. I've been an H barbarian forever. But when we talked about this shit, when we were building our fall portfolio, when we built a position for that specifically, of some H bar, that shit was down at like 5 cents or whatever it was and ripped up, when we got into December here. And so that was a fantastic opportunity for anybody who got in when things were way down here, seriously on another level. You talk about that, and this is something you guys have heard me say, back when we were building that portfolio at the end of September, going into October, and then which we ultimately brought into Moonvember, was that what was another one? I think I've actually taken it off. It was the graph. Let's look at the graph. GRTUSDT. Swinging down to spot Phemex because this will be marked up. There we go. So as you can see, look, H bar on another level right now from where it was back in the fall. But we look at the end of September, this circle zone right here. This is when we were looking at the graph originally for that portfolio. And I believe that we bought some for it. I'd have to take a look. And it did well. It performed well. But look, it fell the fuck off. Way below its fall price. Way below it. Let's take a measurement of where it was, here to, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and go here, 22% down from where it was in the fall time, right? Let's take a look at HPAR, right? Where was this thing at in the fall, end of September 29th, right? It was, you can't really zoom it out. That's the problem. So anyway, so it's from here to here, it's up 400%. You can't compare H bar to some other of these altcoins that didn't really do as well. And even some of my favorite, right? Look at ONDO. And this is, not as well as H bar. It is up, if you were to let's draw a line from the end of September. All right, so from here, from this tip to here, well, actually, we get the benefit of the doubt on one, we get the benefit of the doubt on the other. So, you're still up. You're still up considerably from 85 cents to $1.40 from those 2 points. And so there was some of the volatility that you missed if you didn't sell towards the top there when we got to 214. But, at the end of the day, it is still up. Whereas, again, you looked at the graph, it doesn't go back. When you look at the graph, it's down below where we were in the fall. And so I still feel like the graph is going to perform well. It's kind of like one of those. Let's look at that when I talk about Pith. Let's look at Pith. Pith is doing the same thing. Pith is below the September price. Let's see. Where's the end of September? September 29th is up here. Yep. Pith is below the fall. So we've got Pith. We've got the graph. Let's look at Jasmine. We got to zoom out here. October. Jasmine's just playing these games with these wedges, man, for sure. Jasmine is the wedge game. However, we did another anomaly, as we like to call them in the space here. But at the end of the day, this thing is just playing the wedge game. And so I have a feeling that Jasmy is getting ready to break out. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are very serious about it. 60 cents, that kind of range for Jasmy. I wouldn't even give a fuck about it. Get it to 60 cents, man. Get it to 30 cents. You know what I mean? Like, get it to 30 cents from where it's at right now. And we're talking, give me the 20 cents where we're at right now. Give me a 10x, right? Or not a 10x. It's not a 10x. What the hell's wrong with me? But give me some X's on that for sure. And so, I feel like that is possible. It is doable. I love that it's like down at the bottom of the wedge. And so I may throw some Skrilla into, I don't know why I said it like that. That's silly. I may throw some money into Jasmy for sure. Maybe this is the time. I had some in the past. I let it go. Maybe it's time to get some more. We'll see. I had some in the past and I let it go. Maybe time to get some more. I don't know. I had something else in my head, but you sing it live and it changes on you. All right, so Jasmy. I think Jasmy is one that we need to add for sure. I'm going to be adding some Jasmy to my portfolio. I'm going to put that up next to ONDO. It's going to be the rank of importance to me moving forward is the list of coins on TradingView is how important are they to me. I know that they can be reset at any point by clicking any of these. However, I don't need to do that, and I can control myself not to press that. So we are going to be moving on down as the time goes on. As the time goes on, we will reevaluate the order here. So you know what I'm going to do? Here we go. Number 3, just so you guys know, down here, okay. Let's just be serious. All right, you guys know my portfolio, ONDO, XRP, Solana, number 1, 2, 3, right? Or was it 1? I think it's like this. Yes, ONDO, Solana, XRP. That's the 1, 2, 3. That's the pecking order. And so then we will look at Jasmy moving forward. This will be how we'll look at TradingView. We're going to look at my portfolio, and then we'll look at other coins. And from there, we can find other opportunities. You guys give me coins to look at. Things come up, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. That's much like this one. This was one that I believe we got from Ellie, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Ellie if Ellie's in the chat today. If not, then we're going to talk about this pick. This was Moonwell. This is a base project. It was doing its coming down thing, and we said in this purple zone is where you need to buy. This is where you need to buy it, and it is now below. It actually went to the if you're fucking insane if you don't buy this level. That's what this bottom level always means on my chart. We'll always create okay, this is a good opportunity to buy in here below there. Sweet deal. If it touches this fucking line, you're a fucking idiot for not buying it. I'm clearly an idiot for not buying it and touched my own line. And what did I do? I got the alert on. You know what? I saw the thing about Moonwell, and I'm like, fucking Moonwell. What is Moonwell doing? There we go. I missed the opportunity of a lifetime by buying the generational bottom of Moonwell. We'll see what happens if the thing picks up stream. It has been, not for nothing. Not for nothing. We'll do it on the bottom side. Give or take a little. You guys give me the grace of give or take a little. That seems to be somewhat the bottom of the trend. I can use my eyeballs and get a little closer. Just to okay, so put that there. Oh, I need to get off of that. That's why. And then boom. All right. So let's just say that. Right. All right. Fair assessment. And that dates back to December. So we've been sliding ever since. Ellie, I hope that if you are DCA and you're spreading it out, paying attention to the up, the down, the up, the down, the up, the down. This could be the up before the next down, or this could be the up. I like to advocate for following the trend. So that's always the most important thing. Follow the trend. The trend is your friend. And that's how that goes. All right. Bitcoin chart, as you can see, made a nice recovery from its scam wick today. It is now currently at $101,879. So we've reclaimed 100,000. We're back, baby. I should For the sake of being a crypto guy, have Bitcoin there as well. All right. We looked at H bar. Well, ICP, I don't want to look at, although I probably should. It's been doing the same thing. We'll go. Man, I need to know if there's a secret code to just switch that off, faster. So roughly that's our channel right there. That's what we're traveling through. So until we break out of the channel, ICP is not a goodbye. Although some might say that this is the flag, right? Right. There's the poll. Here's the flag. It's been going on for a while. But boom, when it is ready, I should be paying attention because maybe we missed the bottom of the fucking channel today. But we're still, it hasn't really caught up. A lot of other things have larger bodies than ICP does today. We're going to put ICP up here. All right. You guys have convinced me. Fuck all of y'all. You convinced me. I'm going to start looking at ICP seriously as a potential, not because I believe ICP. Whoa, there's a race car out there. Not because I believe ICP and everything. And I know that they were set up to fail because of, however, but at the end of the day, I think that there's a massive potential financially with this, just because of all of the opium smokers. And so, on behalf of the non-opium smokers, I'm going to make some money. So, ICP is now on the watch hard list. And that's all we're going to move up today on the watch hard list. So, we've got now a tough order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There it is. All right. I want to look at Dextools really quick. I want to look at some of my favorite meme coins that I've got listed that we've gone. And I say they're my favorite because, every day in the show, sometimes we get one and it looks juicy. And so I save it. I don't usually buy much of them, and I probably will start to because they usually end up being all right. But let's take a look. What do we got here? We got Aoki. This was one that came to us during a show at some point. Definitely felt the effects. This is the 4-hour chart, so that was before that. So it's actually rebounded. Let's go at the daily. Let's just make sure we're on the daily for all of these. All right, there you go. Chart of fallen. All right, so that's the Aoki token. What else do we got? Where is our favorites? The Griffin. I've heard a lot of people talking about this token again recently, so I'm gonna take a look at this one again. We drew a lot of lines on this one, and look at this. It went all the way down below. It's back up today, so definitely something to look at. So we'll be looking at the Griffin thing, making sure that we've got everything correct. I do want to make sure we've got all the correct contracts in here and loaded up and stuff, but the Vine token. I know my guy Turbo made it, hosting some shows over on Twitter, and they are talking about Vine, what is happening here. They've got some connections to the community. So if you get the opportunity, guys, make sure you check out Turbo Made It. They are going to be doing Vine spaces, and I think they're working with some of the actual old Vine creators to help bring this back and Vine back. Or I don't know. Don't ask me. That's why you got to get in those spaces. So make sure you tap into that. But this thing looking like it has hit a bottom. Look, this was our zone, baby. We drew this out. You can't. I don't do alerts on Dextools, but we drew this shit out. What did I tell you? Boom. This is what we were looking at as our floor. And then boom. This is our. Hey, this is where you would want to buy. And where the fuck is it at right now? Right on our line. Literally right on our line. All right. So this is where you want to buy Vine. Buy Vine. I don't own any. Again, I don't own any of these. None of these. Well, I own VHS. I own some of these. I will tell you when we get to the ones that I own currently. All right, Pengu. I don't own any Pengu. This is one that I believe is. I don't want to say is toast. You could probably make some money on it here and there. It may get some pops here and there, but I feel like the attention is gone. What happens with meme coins? They're attention based, right? They literally are. When the attention goes, so does the liquidity. That's just how it works. And so the attention is gone. You can see that on the chart, and so it's making higher lows. Lower lows, lower highs. I meant to say lower highs. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, so that's the Punchy Penguins token. All right. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock. I actually have to be somewhere, so I'm going to get going. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I know that the camera didn't work, which is wild, but y'all made it anyway. So teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Go ahead and smash the like button. Hit the X with your elbow. Give it the old forearm shiver, maybe, if you will, on your way out of here. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to get this camera figured out, but appreciate you guys. Adios, amigos.